Hi guys, this is Lola here, Lola Joseph for COVET magazine. You're welcome to today's video. So today's video is about what's it called? New York Fashion Week. The best and the best dressed, the best style looks, shall we say? Yeah, the best style looks on the runway at some New York Fashion Weeks. The New York Fashion Weeks is upon us, and the runway featured many designers from Micheal to Tomford to what's it called? Gabriela Hearst, Hula Johnson, and so on. Many designers at New York Fashion Week, and we can't help here at COVET magazine but spot the trends. Some are new trends, and some are the old trends that we've always known, and they're kind of like they're still they have like a staying power. So we definitely we're welcoming the new trends, and we're also embracing our old trends that we've been enjoying since the last summer. So the spring summer 2022 runway show featured codes, and we all know codes to have been a trend for over 2 seasons now, or 3 seasons. So there are still codes. Then the beautiful thing about the codes on the runway for spring summer 2022 is just the fact that they come in like a suit form, and it's so gorgeous. So we can't help but notice that the suit form, usually we get like probably just a t-shirt and shorts, and or probably like a midi-length skirt and a crop top, and or bralette and a middle length of pencil skirt and so on. But this time around they made it in like a suit look, which we really love, and we love the color combination as well. So designers like Maxwell from to Hula Johnson to Micheal, they all did all the cohorts trend, and they also brought in the tan. I'm not sure if you noticed from my previous blog, I said I've been sensing things like a camel tan shade to be like that's going to be like a trend, and definitely it was a trend at New York Fashion Week, because it was all over the runway. Maxwell did it, Hula Johnson did it, Gabriela Hearst did it, and Micheal did it. So they were all featured in on the runway. And what more stood out to me on the runway, I love the beautiful old Hollywood style that Micheal actually incorporated in his designs this spring summer 2022. It has like a cape-like kind of top along with shorts. It's so gorgeous, and also it did something like a circle skirt with like a bralette kind of crop top on top of it, like, and it's like a cohorts. We're still on the cohorts as well. There were sequins trend as well, and I believe sequence trend have kind of been a trend for like forever. They are classics on the runway, so it wasn't new to us that we spotted it. The new trend that I actually spotted, which is actually kind of like speaking to me, was actually by Tom Brown, and he did a little bit of like a short sleeve and a long sleeve kind of design to his look. They're so gorgeous, and I just believe that either this season or next season we're going to be seeing more of that on the runway, so I can predict that definitely. What more stood out to me on the runway? I also noticed the round silhouette on the runway as well, which is really gorgeous. I'm sure we all know the round silhouette. They come in like a form of like a beautiful gorgeous dress, and we can't help but notice it's so gorgeous. They're very stylish, they're very edgy, and very red carpet appropriate. It's so gorgeous, I can't help but notice them. And what more did I notice on the runway that actually stood out to me? The leather styling. It's kind of like a trend on the runway. It comes in a dress, it comes in a suit like, and it comes in like a just shorts, and they're so gorgeous. We can't help but notice it. There's also psychedelic styling, metallics, a lot of fluidity and metallics, and this comes from Tomford, and I can't help but embrace it. Anything from Tomford, we cannot help but love it. Psychedelic styling in Tomford runway, satin metallics, and they're more like a urban styling. I so much love them. There are a lot of most of the runway at New York Fashion Week are mostly eats upon eats kind of style looks, but a few misses. I mean, Siriano had a lot of eats in his style looks as well, which we're going to be displaying very soon. And they had a few misses as well. There are just a few that I actually noticed, and I just believe that I would actually design this differently if I was going to design this kind of style look. I would definitely mention it to you before the end of today's video. All right, so do not let me just ramble about. Let's just dive into the best looks on the runway. I mean, the runway at New York Fashion Week actually it featured so many designers, but so we're only able to pick a few that we believe that we cannot go wrong if we give them a try this spring summer season that we're going to step into. So here are the best looks from New York Fashion Week. as we can see, these are all the best looks that we can actually pick from New York Fashion Week, spring summer 2022. Not that there aren't any other best looks, but we can fit them all into today's video. Otherwise, we're going to overwhelm you. But we can definitely visit them as the season goes by. We're definitely going to pick them up and also present them to you, and even incorporate them into our styling here at COVET magazine. Should you be interested in styling yourself even in this autumn winter season into spring summer 2022 season, so definitely we'll be visiting the ones that we didn't mention in this on this channel. So now these are all the best looks. There are some few looks that I believe that they are not really what's it called, they're not really good. They are these extreme cutouts. I think I spotted a few extreme cutouts. I spotted a few tied. I think this was done on the extreme cutout was actually found on Kristen Siriano Runway. Apology Kristen Siriano, but we really love your designs, and obviously you can see it in our best looks here. But I mean, I'm just going to say that if you, avoid the extreme cutouts. They're just bad fashion. Kind of bad fashion is a trend right now, and whatever it is, bad fashion is bad fashion. So but if you want to jump on the trend, of course you're allowed to. Styling is expression of self, but extreme cutout is bad fashion, so avoid it. And also the another trend was another style look that I actually spotted also by Kristen Siriano was this mermaid like kind of design. I love the voluminosity of the skirts. It's also gorgeous, but the bra, oh, it's a no. It looks so mermaidish. It looks so cartoonish. It looks so what's it called? It looks so much like a costume kind of look. So I would definitely ask you to avoid those kind of style looks, except you're going for Met Gala and the theme says you know, costume, or the theme says what's it called, mermaid style or mermaid theme. So then definitely it's much more appropriate for that kind of event. But for fashion, I wouldn't. If I'm going to redesign this skirt, the skirt is gorgeous. I love the boldness and I love the volume, the roundness and the volume of the skirt, and the color, oh, it's a hit. But the bra is just a no to me. The bra, I would rather make a draped kind of bandeau on top of the skirt, and it's just enough for me, and it's fit for red carpet, it's fit for big events and so on. So that's one of the misses that I spotted on the runway. What other miss did I spot? I think I spotted another miss by oh yeah, another miss that I spotted was by LaQuan Smith. LaQuan Smith. I love his design. We all know LaQuan Smith is extreme sexiness. So if you're looking for sexiness, definitely go to LaQuan Smith Runway. You'll find it there. But just one thing, I found this beautiful rushed dress with a little bit of like a crisscross top design, but they shouldn't have put on the fur coat on top of it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to enjoy the dress. The dress is so sexy and very sophisticated. I mean, with a pair of sandals or pumps, you're good to go with that dress, but without the fall. That's the one miss that I actually spotted on the runway at LaQuan Smith spring summer 2022 collection. And what more? Oh yeah, our beloved Tomford. We love Tomford so much, and I know that I always have faith in Tomford's design. He always gets it right. But this time around, I don't know, probably because of the bad fashion trend, because it's what we've been spotting it since last season, and it's kind of like taking strides into spring summer 2022 runway and season. So if you love it, of course go for it. But I won't go for bad fashion trend, definitely not. So with it and this trend is actually the what's it called, the tidy, is it like a tied shirt, and it did a lot of it on this runway, like a tied shirt, like an open shirt with tied, and then you can have like a short suit on top of it and stuff like that. It's so gorgeous. But I would rather have a tied bralette. So I would rather have a tied bralette with my blazer on top, along with the shorts, just like a short suit kind of look with my tied bralette, but not a tied shirt. The tied shirt under those gorgeous suit look is just a no. And also the tied shirt on top of the satin silk joggers, it's a no to me. I mean, with the satin silk joggers, I love the color shade of the tied shirts. The color shade is so perfect, and it's matched the joggers perfectly. But I would rather have it in like what's it called, a razor blazer. a razor jacket kind of blazer, if you know what I mean, like a razor jacket with lapel kind of design on top of it, and just leave it open with the bralette, and that's it. You're good to go. And that is it's very street, it's very urban, and it's so gorgeous and edgy, sexy and sophisticated. I would rather go that way, but I won't go for the tie shirts. It's just a bad fashion to me. And that's just, I think that's all the misses that I actually spotted at some New York Fashion Week. I mean, did you spot any other miss as well? Because I'm sure there are a lot of designers that actually featured on the runway, and you know, we can't help but notice the hits, and we can't help but also notice the misses as well. So these are the only few misses that I spotted on the runway, and I would advise you to avoid them. Do not go for them. You can restyle them in your own way and make it very clean, tidy, and very sophisticated. And that's it. So please comment below. Did you notice any misses? Did you notice any hits? Any other hits did you notice that we didn't actually mention here at COVET magazine? Let us know in the comment box below. So that's it for today's video. There isn't much more to say, but to say that more misses than more hits than misses. Okay. So there are more hits than misses at some New York Fashion Week Spring Summer 2022 runway. So we really love them here at COVET magazine. Thank you for coming to today's video. Please don't forget to visit covetmagazines.com, covetmagazines.com. You surely have fun while you're there. And what more? Image courtesy goes to all the brands that we've actually mentioned today, that we featured their pictures. Image courtesy goes to Micheal Kors, image courtesy goes to LaQuan Smith, image courtesy goes to Tomford, image courtesy goes to Prabal Gurung, image courtesy goes to Hula Johnson, image courtesy goes to Tory Burch, and image courtesy goes to who else? Gabriela Hearst. That's it. So image courtesy goes to all the brands, all the luxury designer brands that we've used their image to create today's content. Thank you guys again for coming to today's video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.